Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we simplify wealth building strategies and talk all things finance. In today's video, we are tackling 3 essential topics for building your financial independence. So if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on so you don't miss any of our daily uploads. In part 1 of the video, we're going to talk about your credit score. Having a good credit score is one of the most pivotal facets of financial independence. Your credit score impacts almost all facets of your financial independence, from renting a home, getting a loan, buying a car, and even in some cases, landing a job. But if your credit score is low or you've never even developed your score, don't worry. In this section, I'm going to help you out. A credit score typically ranges from 300 to 800, with 700 and above being good and above 750 as being excellent. Your credit score tells a loaner, like a bank, how risky of an investment you are. So, higher credit score, lower risk to them. Lower credit score, higher risk. Makes a big difference when you're trying to get a loan, whether it be to build your business, to buy your home, to buy a car, whatever it may be. You need to have that credit score up so we can leverage it. But don't worry, we're going to dive in how we can get it up and grow it. So the first thing you're going to do to get your credit score up or start developing your credit score is to get a secured credit card. That usually requires a cash deposit in order to make purchases with your credit card, because you are high risk at this point because you either have no credit score or a low credit score. So you get that secured credit card and you pay it off each month with that requirement of a cash deposit similar to a debit card, but this time you are gaining credit, which allows you to leverage your financial future. And on top of that, you're generally getting cash back. So it's a win-win-win all around. But pivotal message, make sure you are paying your credit card off every month. Do not let balances sit on your credit card, as you are paying more with that interest than you would have if you would have bought it in cash or whatever other purchase method you would have had. Next, you can become an authorized user on someone else's credit card, whether it be a family member or a spouse, whatever it is. Become an authorized user allows you to gain credit when they are making their purchases and paying off their debt, helping you to improve your credit score while they are doing their normal transactions. And it also helps you to obtain a better understanding on financial independence as you are learning from someone else who has an established credit, and they're helping you grow yours up. So becoming an authorized user is a great approach for people that, 1, have the ability to start growing credit from someone, or 2, learning from other people that already have a strong credit score. Help them gain a better understanding of what they can do to have a better credit so they can leverage their financial future. The third facet of growing your credit score or starting to develop one is ensuring your debt utilization is under 30%. And what I mean by that, if you have a credit card with a $1,000 line, make sure your debt and utilization of that credit card is never more than $300, as that's 30% of that $1,000, meaning you have $700 of credit available to you at all times at the worst. Again, never utilizing more than 30% of your debt on that credit card. Growing your credit score takes time. It's not a race, it's a marathon. Be patient, grow it, and watch your financial independence continue to thrive as your credit score grows. Now, moving into section 2. Should you invest first or pay off your debt first? So let's dive into this a little bit deeper. And the first thing we're going to look at, high interest debt versus low interest debt. It's important we talk about high interest debt next after talking about credit cards, because one of the most impactful and worst debts to have on you are credit cards, because they are generally high interest, 20, 30%, whatever it may be. You need to pay this off first. Focus on paying this off first. Your lower interest debts, usually your home, your student loans, those are usually 5, 6, 7%, if not a little bit lower, depending on when you got your mortgage or when your student loan rates came active. Whatever it may be, focus on paying those high interest debts first. Debts that you cannot leverage. You cannot leverage credit card debt. So you need to get that paid off, improve your credit score, keep your debt utilization low, as we talked about in the last section. So focus on paying that high interest debt off first. before anything else. The next thing you need to focus on after the high interest debt is paid off, you need to focus on your emergency fund. Things happen. Cars break, houses have issues, unplanned injuries, all these things happen. So you need to make sure you have an emergency fund to cover in case something does happen. Usually 3 to 6 months of living expenses is the goal. Let's shoot for that 3 months. Let's get there. So high interest debt first, pay that off. Second, you are building your emergency fund. Your third, now, this is where it gets a little bit more exciting because we are talking about your low interest debt, house payments, student loans, whatever it may be, and you're comparing that to your investment rate of return. So let's say a debt on your student loan is 7%, but your investment return rate is around 10%, meaning you're earning 10% of your money. That means you're gaining 3% on the investment over the 7% you're putting out. That's a win. So let's go down the investment aisle. If your debt rate of 7% is higher than your investment rate return, then we need to transition over and get that paid off. So right there is where you're doing your measurements. You are looking at your rate of debt, 7%, 6%. Again, these are low interest debts. We already have paid off our high interest things. Comparing our investment return rates. How much are you generating in the stock market? How much are you generating in your LLCs? How much are you generating in whatever side incomes you're working on? Let's compare these two, and whichever one is fiscally higher, that's the way you go, okay? A not so talked about topic in paying off debt versus interest rate is your psychology. How much does that debt impact your mindset? Is it a debt you have lingering in the back of your mind that you can't focus on anything else? Well, when those psychological pressures are upon you, focus on that, okay? If it is a debt that is impacting your psychology, you need to get that down. Again, high interest debt, emergency fund, investment return versus low interest debt, then psychology factors. What's your mindset tell you? What do you feel you need to do? Allowing you to become the most successful version of yourself. Which alley do you need to go down? Check your psychological factors when determining debt versus investment. But when you are talking about investment and making money, you need to find ways that you can earn that free money. So for example, if you have a full-time job and your employee retirement matches up to 5%, you need to be putting 5% in there because you are getting free 5%. Take advantage of free money. That is free money. Your company is matching whatever you're putting in. So if you can put 5% in and they can match it, you need to do that. Find ways you can generate free money. So to conclude section 2 here on debt versus investment, this is how I lay it out. High interest debt first. That is your foremost strategy. You need to get that paid off. Get that off your credit. Next, your emergency fund. Things happen. You need to get that 3 months in there. Let's focus on that 3 months. Then step 3, low interest debt, 6-7% versus your investment rate of return. Are you earning more than that low interest debt? If so, go down the investment path every time. That's in my opinion. Fourth, psychology factors. Is that debt weighing on your mind? Is this investment strategy too risky for you? Whatever it may be, you need to get those psychological factors in check to determine where you should go. And 5, free money, employee match, generating cash from your credit score. If you have a 2% cashback credit card, you're paying off every month, you're not utilizing more than 30% of your debt, you are improving your credit score, and you are collecting free cash for purchases that you were going to make anyway. So for the final section of the video, we're going to talk about income diversification and passive income. So first, income diversification. Where are you getting your income from? You probably have a 9-to-5. That's one, and that cannot be the only one. Next, what side hustles do you have? Do you have any investments where you're collecting dividends? Are you generating income through options? Are you flipping stuff on Facebook Marketplace or eBay? How are you generating your side income? Again, your income sources for income diversification cannot be from one place. You cannot rely on one income stream to be successful. You need to diversify in any way you can, whether it's building your own LLCs, like I said, vending machines, cleaning businesses, marketing, things like that, allowing you to generate passive income through that income diversification and also improve your investment funds. Are you returning any rates on your dividends? Are you collecting anything through selling options? Like I said, I got 60 videos on this channel now talking about selling options, so check them out. Let's sell those options. And for income diversification, again, to recap, it cannot be solely from one place. Cannot be one job, cannot be one investment channel, cannot be one. It needs to be multiple. And your passive income, this is money you're earning while you're sleeping. So my favorite form of passive income are through dividends and selling options. My third, vending machines. My fourth, LLC cleaning business. Whatever it might be for you, you need to get this established, get this set up so you can start generating your own income, and you have that income diversification not coming from one source, and you are generating revenue when you are sleeping. As Warren Buffett said, you can never be successful if you're not making money. Or sorry, not successful, never be rich if you're not making money when you're sleeping. So let's recap everything we talked about in today's video. Credit score. You need to get that up. You need to develop it. Become a authorized credit user. Get a secured credit card. Ensure you are not utilizing more than 30% of your debt at any time on your credit line. Next, let's talk about debt versus investment. High interest debt, pay off first. Second, emergency fund. Third, your investment rate of return, if it's higher than your low interest rate debt, definitely go the investment route because you're going to be generating income long after you pay off that debt. So investment first if you can. Unless, number four, your psychological factors stop you from going down this alley. Or if the debt weighs on your mind too much, you need to pay that off first. If the investment strategy is too risky, you need to move that money elsewhere. You cannot let psychological factors impede your financial growth. And then moving into the last topic, you need to make sure you are generating passive income while you are sleeping and your income is diversified. You cannot have one sole source of income, multiple streams. I heard Kevin O'Leary say one time on Shark Tank, financial investor, a lot of fun, interesting to watch. I like watching his stuff. He said that he has 27 different streams of income at one time, which is incredible. I'm nowhere near that, but let's strive for that together. And if you enjoy this video, make sure you help me out by leaving a like, comment, subscribe. Also, put in the comments what you are focusing on when you are going down the investment versus debt path. And did this video change your original mindset? Let me know. I'm interested in what the thoughts are. I'd like a debate. Like I said, help me out. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell notifications. And let's all grow together in 2025.